I will now discuss tsunamis. What causes a tsunami? A tsunami is a series of waves generated by a number of causes, including vertical movement of the seafloor as the result of a large earthquake, submarine or coastal volcanic eruptions, meteor impacts, coastal landslides and slumps, either land-based or submarine, earthquakes from subduction zones are the most common source of destructive tsunami. These earthquakes are generated when two tectonic plates meet and one goes under the other. The sinking or subducting plate drags against the upper plate, causing flexing. Continued stress on the plate boundary results in the upper plate rebounding to its original position, displacing the seawater above. This can lead to the generation of tsunami waves. Where does tsunami occur in Australia? Minor tsunami are recorded about once every 2 years in Australia, but most are small and present little threat to our coastal communities. The tsunami threat to Australia varies from relatively low for the most of our coastline to moderate on the northwest coast of WA due to its proximity to Indonesia and other countries in that region prone to large earthquakes in volcanic activity. Most tsunami occurs in the Pacific and Indian Oceans. The boundary of the Pacific Ocean experiences frequent earthquakes. This boundary is commonly known as the Ring of Fire. There are two major subduction zones in the Indian Ocean that can also generate tsunami. History. Australia has been affected by over 50 tsunamis in the past 200 years. The largest tsunami to have affected the New South Wales coast in recent times occurred in May 1960 after a 9.5 magnitude earthquake in Chile resulted in a 1 metre tidal fluctuation in Sydney Harbour. This caused widespread damage to marine infrastructure along the New South Wales coast, including damage to boats, wharves, jetties and beaches. How will I receive a tsunami warning? Warnings come in various forms. You should act early based on the first warning you receive. Warnings may come through television and radio broadcast. If you are at or near a beach, a siren-like warning may be activated by surf lifeguards. People in the water or the immediate foreshore may be instructed to evacuate and move away from the area. A text or recorded voice message may be sent to people in the affected area. Once this message has been received, it's then advised that people follow the steps to safety. People should not wait for this message if they've heard it via other sources. You may be alerted via a low-flying aircraft equipped with public address systems. Aircraft with the ability to fly lower than normal may be tasked to disseminate warnings. Advice may come from other government agencies, emergency services, and authorised persons. You should also continue to monitor the radio for further advice and do not return to the evacuation zones until authorities have given the all clear. All warnings issued by the Joint Australian Tsunami Warning Centre will be placed on the Bureau of Meteorology website. Tsunami warnings may also appear on local SES websites. Warnings issued by the Joint Australian Tsunami Warning Centre, ATWC, via SES social media, including Facebook and Twitter. Other agencies and local community organisations may also share warnings with their audiences as well. ATWC issues several types of warnings. Official tsunami watches, tsunami warnings, no threat bulletins, tsunami cancellations, tsunami warning summaries. It's worth familiarising yourself with the different warnings to be aware of the threat levels of a tsunami. The Joint Australian Tsunami Warning Centre is operated by the Bureau of Meteorology and Geoscience Australia. Using seismic and sea level monitoring and warning systems, the ATWC provides a 24-hour tsunami monitoring and analysis capacity for Australia. The main aim is to provide Australian emergency managers with adequate warning of a likely tsunami impact generated from subduction zone earthquakes. In the event of a tsunami, know where to go. Find the safest route to travel in the event that you might need to evacuate, and identify the point at which your evacuation route may be cut. In many locations, it's likely that you'll need to evacuate by foot due to congestion on roads. Find out where any evacuation centres could be set up in your area. If you prefer, check with friends and relatives outside the affected area to organise a place to go. Know who to call. For emergency help in tsunami, call the SES. Keep local emergency numbers handy, in your wallet or phone. In a life-threatening emergency, call 000 or TTY 106. Know your plan. To help households and businesses plan for tsunami, information is available online in each state. There is the SES Home Emergency Plan. Download and review your plan annually to keep it up to date. What are the warning signs? If you're unaware or missed a tsunami warning, there are sometimes warning signs for an impending tsunami. These signs can be remembered as shake, drop, and roar. Shake refers to a large undersea earthquake that may be felt prior to a tsunami by an ongoing shaking of the ground in coastal regions. Drop refers to sea levels that may drop dramatically before the arrival of a tsunami. And roar is where a roaring sound may precede the arrival of the tsunami. What to do if there is a tsunami? If you are aware of the warning signals of shake, drop and roar, then run and wait. Evacuate or run immediately to higher ground or well away from the water's edge. Do not go towards the shore to watch a tsunami. Wait at the safe place for several hours. The tsunami may arrive within 30 minutes of the earthquake or other warning signs. The backwash of the tsunami is also dangerous. As the large volume of water pushed onto land recedes back towards the ocean, it may carry debris and people to sea with it. What to do after a tsunami? Continue to watch the news and internet for advice, and do not leave the evacuation zones until authorities have given the all clear. Be aware that there may be more than one wave and it may not be safe for up to 24 hours or longer. The waves that follow the first one may also be bigger. Check yourself for injuries and get first aid if needed. Help others if you can. Do not go sightseeing. When re-entering homes or buildings, use extreme caution. As water may have damaged buildings. If your property is damaged, call the local SES. Look for and report damaged or fallen power lines and other utilities. If your property is damaged, take notes and photographs for insurance purposes. If you rent your property, contact your landlord and your contents insurance company as soon as possible. Summary. While the past can be used as an indicator of what may happen in the future, disasters will happen in areas where the hazard has never arisen in the area previously. While there are records of earthquakes and tsunami in Australia, they are relatively rare and therefore not always completely understood. Earthquakes cannot be forecast. Therefore, individuals, families, businesses and communities must develop and practice emergency plans. The federal government monitors earthquakes and tsunami, and warning information is provided to the public. State emergency service organisations are the lead combat agencies for issuing local instructions.